Well, I'm doing it. This is the famous bump track. 1877 it was opened. They've had carts going up there with mining equipment to the goldfields. They've had the Cobb and Co coaches. It's just remarkable, but it's a very steep climb and it's quite arduous and takes 4 to 6 hours. Well, I'm off. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, but I don't know quite what to expect. Even the start of it here is a bit of a climb. Just when you get a flat bit, you then look up and see you've got to climb on again. Ooh. The whole bump track actually goes up about 370 metres, and some of the areas are around about 7 degrees of gradient, but it can get up to 25 degrees of gradient, so it's challenging. So they've got signposts here explaining things, and this depicts the stores and supplies, etc., going up to the goldfields on this very track. I don't know how they did it. Morning.
Hello.
Oh, nice walk down. So these got up. You believe cars came up here? Unbelievable. Pulled by horses. Horsepower. Ooh. Nice seat. What a view. And of course there was the bullock teams that came up the bump track. And at this point, I notice a little bit of a downhill track here, which is fantastic. As you walk the bump track, you sometimes forget that you're in a rainforest, an ancient rainforest, and you can hear sometimes the creatures scurrying around in the foliage, but you can hear the birds all the time. So getting some downhill sections now, which makes me think that the end is near of the trail. I think we're certainly on top of the mountain, or pretty close to it, and this is great now, going downhill. And of course the walk back is going to be a lot easier too. And but I'm looking forward to getting to Old Black Mountain Road, which is the finish of the bump track. But this is very pleasant now. This is very pleasant. Part of the original road here of the bump track, and you know, you can just imagine the Cobb and Co coaches coming across these stones and heading up towards the tablelands. As I come down this hill, I can hear water. So we're close to the Robbins Creek Bridge, and known originally as Running Creek, presented another obstacle for travellers along the bump, and the approaches on and off are very steep. Yep, it comes down to a river, and I'm not quite sure how I get across, because the other side of the bump track's over there. Alright, I'll work it out. So I think it's on to there, to there, to there, to there. Okay, well I'm going to put the videoing down because I'm going to end up falling in. And I made it! Fantastic. Bit of a waterfall up there. And it's onwards and upwards. Well, here we are at the end of the bump track. And I expect the roadway will be up here somewhere. Oh boy, that was fantastic. I'm going to have a little break here and then I'll make my way back the same way I came. Oh, there we are. We're on a dirt road. This would be Black Mountain Road. I think I said Old Black Mountain Road before, but it's called Black Mountain Road, and this is where people come to pick up friends or rallies that have done the bump track walk. Marion is picking me up the other end, so I've got to go back. But before I start down the bump track back to where Marion's going to pick me up, just across the road here I noticed a little story about the Cobb and Co coaches. And in 1882, Cobb and Co brought their American style coaches to the north, of course very famous in the Wild West of America. And they were a huge success, and they took these coaches, passengers of course inside, all the way up and down the bump track. Quite amazing stuff. Those horses must have been made of steel. There they are. There's some passengers up the top there next to the driver. Somebody up the back, I guess riding shotgun. Anyway, Cobb and Co, proud history of the north. Before I head back, I just thought I'd have a little chat to Peter here. Peter, you're from New Zealand and it's your first time on the bump track.
Yep.
And you reckon it might be your last?
Well, I'm not sure I'll be coming back to this part of the world, but if I do, I'll do it again.
What did you think of it and why did you do it?
I enjoy a really good workout, and the first half an hour uphill is a good workout. Rainforest is beautiful. Would love to see a cassowary, but yet to see one.
Oh, sometimes it's good not to see one, if you do from a distance. What about, where are you from, sir?
Christchurch as well.
Christchurch?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just doing a video. What's your first name?
Kevin.
Kevin. Why did you do it? Because you had to? It's there?
He's my brother-in-law and he made me. And I don't like him to get the better of me, so, you know, that sort of determined the activity for the day.
Andrew from New Zealand. Andrew,
That's correct, yep.
What did you think of the walk?
It was good. There's a nice sort of blowout to get to the top part, and nice, pretty undulating, easy walk from there.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy walk back too, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it will be. It'd be actually quite good mountain biking back we were talking about before. Yeah.
Can you believe the Cobb and Co coaches and cars were hauled by horses up and down that track?
I was thinking about that as I was walking, how it must have been hard on the running gear, and they were real pioneers, those guys, didn't they? What they did.
Okay, back we go. This is going to be a much easier trip, mostly downhill. I said earlier that I was looking forward to coming down because it'd be much easier, but that throws up a bit of a challenge as well. This is so steep here that you've got to be super careful coming down. And, and as I said, a bit of a challenge. So you just got to take your time. No, it's not a dingo. Peter from Melbourne. Pete, this is your first try at the bump track?
It is, yes. Yep. So up as a +1 with my wife, who's now retiring in the next 2 days. So, yeah, it's you know, basically it's all about her. So she's with work today at the Sheridan, and I'm left to my own devices, which is a bump track. Great history, good boards.
Yeah, great history. And could you imagine the Cobb and Co coaches coming up and down here?
No, it's hard to imagine. It's so steep.
It is. It
and
is amazing.
Especially on the way down, it's, you know, often harder to go down. So.
Well, when I got up the top, right, when you get up the top, you think, oh, it's going to be fabulous coming down, but you've got to be very careful on that. You know, my muscles now, I'm feeling very sore with just coming down, not going up, but coming down.
It's always the way, yeah. Eccentric contraction.
Yeah. But anyway, have a good trip.
Thanks for the chat.
Okay, and I hope it all goes well.
Good on you. Thanks.
And it's back to where I started, at the gate, the entrance to the wonderful bump track. And it's just beautiful around here. Just take a look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It really is. And there's the bump track there that I started at 7:15 this morning, and I'm back about 12:20. There's the history, and you can follow the history of it in all of those signs along the way about the people taking all the supplies up to the goldfields, and Cobb and Co, and the bullocks and the horses, and just an amazing story. But I'll tell you what, I can highly recommend it if you're coming up this way and you want a challenging walk. Then to me, there's no better thing to do than to tackle the bump track.